Well, good morning, my friends. Brian King here, calling once again from iPhone Central. I'm a success coach for ADHD, dyslexia, Asperger's, and beyond. What I want to share with you today is a little mantra that I shared with a client just a little while ago. He, like many of us, grow up deciding at an early age that we're not good enough for some reason. We're not strong enough, we're not smart enough, we're not successful enough. Whatever it is, that we decide to disqualify ourselves from feeling happy, from feeling fulfilled. And there are people around us, and unfortunately sometimes they can be family, that want to pull us into that conversation about how we're not good enough. They'll criticize us for what we should be doing, what we should have done, what we could have done better. I got this a lot from my late mother-in-law. I got this a lot from my ex. And I occasionally get it from my own mother, and some others as well. And it's just not a healthy conversation to have. And yet it's one that if we spend a lot of time growing up in it, we get easily sucked into. Now, and let me give you a scenario. You're an adult. You have talked to your own mother or a relative. And before you know it, you're on the receiving end of a scolding. Something you forgot to do, something you didn't do, something you should feel bad about. And this person tends to not want to let it go until you feel bad, until you feel guilty. Well, here's where my little tip comes in. Because as human beings, we have the right to feel happy. We have the right to feel fulfilled. We have the right to feel good about ourselves. So what I use in these moments is a little mantra. It's a little rule or truth that you can either say to yourself or say out loud to set the boundary and basically say, I'm not going to have that conversation with you. I'm not stepping into the not good enough conversation. And here's the mantra. I do not accept your invitation to feel bad about myself. Because when someone is saying, you should be doing this, you ought to be doing that, how dare you forget this thing? They're inviting you to join them in criticizing yourself and feeling bad about you. You can set that boundary and say, no, I don't accept that invitation. That is not a conversation I want to attend. That is not a kind of thinking I want to entertain. I came here, hopefully, feeling good about myself, reflecting upon the life that I live, being happy with who I am, and that's where I'd like to stay. I don't want to step into feeling not good about myself. I don't want to step into feeling guilty. I can appreciate that you feel disappointed. I can appreciate that I may have done something unknowingly to upset you, but that doesn't mean I have to accept the invitation to feel guilty or to feel bad. Now, I'm not saying this is easy. It's simple, but it's not easy because it requires you to do some additional work. You have to have a good sense of who you are according to your own standards, your own values, the things that you want to accomplish in life, and be confident in these things so that you can stand in them when someone tries to pull you into the not good enough. You also have to have a degree of empathy and compassion so that you can still appreciate what someone else's experience is. Because you don't want to come off cold saying, well, it's not my problem, you can have an attitude all you want, because then you lose rapport, you lose connection. This approach, this one strategy, is not only for you to maintain your own emotional and psychological integrity and to maintain that boundary, but it's also to model to the person you're in a relationship with that we don't have to do this dance. We may have been doing this not good enough for the past 20 years. We don't have to do this. There are other ways we can talk to each other. So a lot to think about in this short video, but hopefully it's been helpful. I have made other videos for those of you that are just coming to the conversation. If you'd like to know where they are, look at my photo section. There's a little album there called Videos, and you'll find them all there. I also put them on my website, brianraymondking.com. I encourage you to visit there, sign up for my newsletter, and also look at all the other goodies I have for you. So until next time, have a glorious day, and we'll talk again soon.